In this video, we will learn about dependency injection in ASP.NET Core Web API application. In any web application, we must have these three layers. In first layer, we have controllers. Controllers will have all the public methods. These methods are exposed to client. In the second layer, we have repository. In this repository layer, we will write the logic and code. Then finally, we have the database. When the request comes from the client, first it will goes to controller level. If everything was fine at the controller level, then it goes to repository. Once the request receives in repository, it will make the required actions in the database like fetch or save the data from the database. Then it will return the response to the controller. Then controller will send it to the client. This is the very easy example in any web API application. Along with these three layers, we also have some services like logger service and email sender service, etc. We can treat them as component of the application. For example, your controller is a separate component, repository is a separate component, logger service is also separate component. We have to make communication between these components, so we can do that in two ways. First one is normal way of using repository in controller. See here in the left side I have home controller, on the right side I have email sender. Email sender service is a class. It has all the methods that are required to send the email. I want to use this email sender service in home controller. In this scenario, we will create a new instance of email sender by using new keyword. By using this name, we can call all the methods that are available in email sender service. Then we can send the email. If you are creating new instance by using new keyword, there will be some drawbacks. Let's see what are they. Let's say in future, if you want to make some changes in email sender, like if you want to change the current email sender, let's say instead of this current email sender, we want to use some third party email sender. Okay, then we need to change all the controllers. So this is not a good architecture. So it also makes some problem in unit test. Let's see how we can overcome this problem in ASP.NET Core web application. To overcome this problem, we will have dependency injection concept. Let's say in an application, I have three controllers, controller A, controller B and controller C. I have three services like repository A, repository B and repository C. If you are using these repositories directly in controllers, then you need to create new instance of this repository by using new keyword. So this is the first approach. In second approach, we will use the dependency injection. We need to create interface of each service in dependency injection. So here we have three services. So we have to create three interfaces like iRepository A, iRepository B and iRepository C. Now we have controller, repository and interface. Now we can use these services in the controller. Instead of creating new instance of the repository, we will use interfaces. In the controller, we will create type of interfaces. Then we will call all the methods by using the interface. Here, you can ask one question. How the application will come to know about which interface will implement by which class? Okay. Answer to this question is just container. It's very easy to use dependency injection in ASP.NET Core because this ASP.NET Core web application has built-in containers. There is no need to install any third-party library to implement this dependency injection in ASP.NET Core. Now, let's see the benefits of this dependency injection. The main concept behind dependency injection is to implement inversion of control. Inversion of control will reduce tight coupling in the code. Unit testing. If you are creating the instances using dependency injection, then it's very easy to write unit test cases. Now, Let's see about how to configure dependency injection in ASP.NET Core Web API application. ASP.NET Core Framework provides the built-in support for dependency injection. Dependency injections are registered in containers. Here in ASP.NET Core, container is iService provider. Using this iService provider, we have to register all the services. Then we can use services anywhere in the application. In ASP.NET Core, we have to register all the services in startup.configure services method of the application. Now, let's see the lifetime of services in dependency injection. In ASP.NET Core application, we can define three lifetime for these services. First one is singleton, scoped, and transient. We will learn all these methods one by one in our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching this video.